So now let's get into our final topic. Let's talk about Acid and Diabetica and Eureka and all these other girls that are jumping in and weighing in on this whole situation between, excuse me, between Mistress Isabel Brooks and Willam, because it looks like that a lot of people have a lot to say in regards to this whole situation. So yeah, the girls is fighting. This thing is still going on, and it is what it is. So shout out to the tab for this tea, because the Rule girls are choosing sides in the whole Willam Mistress debacle. So Acid Betty and Daya Betty, who have a podcast called The Bettys, weighed in on the Mistress and Willam drag race drama with some absolutely brutal posts on Instagram, calling out Willam's behavior and firmly putting themselves in the camp of Team MIB. Now, here's what had happened. So Acid went and called out Willam using a picture of Willam doing blackface, which Willam had. Child, I do got the tweet. Trying to pull this up. Hold on, because we love a receipt on this show. So yeah, let me pull that up. Here it is. So yeah, so she pulled this picture up of Willam doing blackface, what Willam has previously acknowledged and apologized for, and done a lot of time fundraising. Acid Betty posted Mistress Isabel Brooks told the tea on Willam. Everything she said about that clout chaser was true, so good. Oh my God, I read this whole thing completely wrong in the tone. So we're saying that Acid Betty posted Mistress Isabel Brooks told the tea on Willam. Everything she said about that cloud chaser was true, so good. Acid then called out Willam's Race Chaser podcast co-host Alaska for staying silent on the drama. And Diabetic, I believe, reposted what she posted. So he said, is there a reason at Willam and at the Only Alaska 5000 haven't reached out to Acid Betty yet? Where is the apology, let alone a simple conversation in general? They were so quick to have at Shakrala on their pod to discuss his side of the paper dress in which he made and didn't get paid for, which was manufactured to make him look like a victim, which in return caused my sister to get tons of unnecessary hate and trolling comments. Now that Acid Betty has shared her side of the story on the Petty Betty podcast, it's been silenced from them. Seems like they are just feeding into the drama at others' expense. Do better, practice what you preach. So there was a whole situation regarding a paper dress. For those of you who are not familiar, Willam and Alaska brought this person on their show. And my thing is this: if I'm going to bring somebody on a show and tell their side of the story, when I'm having this conversation, and I've said this many a times before, even when I did the story about the Shangela accuser, I was like, if Shangela wants to come on and tell their side of the story, you can do it. My ear, the door is open. It's the same thing with that. I feel like as a podcaster, you need to have that olive branch where you let people, you can have the opportunity to let Asa come on and tell her side of the story. And then you guys just determine, their side, the other person's side, and differentiate what may be the truth in between what they both have said. So then, I just read y'all what Diabetica said. Now Eureka has weighed in on the Mistress versus Willam drama and was sticking up for Willam, which Mistress is not happy about, and has piped up accusing her drag race sister of being two-faced as she helped Eureka in the past. Now on IG, Eureka left a comment saying, working with Mistress is one of my worst experiences and shadiest experiences. She's a big fat rat. Pretended to be my sister to cover her ass until the fans were fully on her side and she stopped picking up the phone as soon as she accomplished her evil intent. So yes, and she said she's a true villain that must secretly be in a lot of pain. So Willam, you win, period. I'll never forget when I was struggling to get ready for Canada versus the world, you opened your wardrobe to me in kindness. Mistress Isabel Brooks, however, promised me she was sending hair and a costume continuously to a point I counted on things from her, and then when she went MIA, when I confronted her on the show. She said, I added the MIB when MIA, by the way. She said she sent me the wig, never did, and then wore the costume she was sending me on Drag Race. It's a twisted, kind of weird. So yeah, so the girls is fighting in regards to that. And now, that's not all, because now Mistress has clapped back on the accusations from Eureka. So yeah, it's going on and back and forth. So Mistress posted several texts allegedly from Eureka explaining how Eureka frequently messaged Mistress asking for money and said in her post, all you do is beg me for money and drain my energy like I'm supposed to be your crutch. She also said regarding Eureka, who was documenting her journey of getting sober, to be honest, your actions trigger me and remind me of the addiction that runs in my family. So I do my very best to avoid any interaction with you. I guess I'll be the bad guy for that. So she basically saying, yeah, Eureka, you're a hot mess. You're problematic. You're an addict. You're a leech. And I'm not buying into, like, I guess that's sort of like something that Mistress has been used to from dealing with her family and stuff. So her helping Eureka, that's sort of like a trauma that she's dealt with, that she's gotten back over into that situation. Look at me getting deep, y'all. So I feel like that's like a tap trauma that, because I feel like when we have our traumas and our triggers, we tend to get back into the bad habits. So we go and help those people because it's a reminder of like something that we've had to deal with growing up. It's kind of, I wish, you know what, if these were situations that Mistress was dealing with in her childhood, that this was a side that we could have seen of her on Drag Race. And I think people would be a little more receptive and open to Mistress. But I realize like a lot of this hardenedness, this exterior that she puts up, it's to protect herself from a lot of pain and things that she probably had to deal with growing up in Texas. So yeah, she posted a lot of um stuff regarding her. So she posted this following text, which child, let me show y'all this mess. Um because you know I stay with a receipt. Wait, not in there. I gotta gotta do this thing to share on the screen. It's funny when you're a one-man band, that's what you gotta pick up. So yeah, so she picked um Are you up? What's the tea? That's from Mistress. Girl, I'm stranded. Can you send me $50 to get home? Long story. I'm stranded and can't Uber from Henderson. My plan is to post a video about my writing and our love, etc. No drama, by the way. I just needed to process it. I need to be mindful of how I respond. I get reactionary too. I'm stuck where the trade left me. So Miss Mama's out there getting trade. He left her ass, and now she need coins to get home. Ma'am, what is going on? Where's your money at? There was also an account going viral on Twitter called Big Fat Rat, created in response to what Eureka said about Mistress in the Instagram comment. Eureka shared a picture on Instagram 13 hours ago, the first she's posted since the Willam and Mistress Drag Race drama, alongside some stories of inspirational quotes saying 98 days sober. So good for her. I'm glad you're working on your sober journey. And it's on another, you know, situation, said, do me a favor. Can you cash out me $200? I can return it tomorrow. Let me know. Waiting on transfer stuff. It's a struggle during tax season and the drugs. Help. I'm just being funny. But no, you weren't. But for real, I get paid tomorrow. I have to use Cash App to help my sister with something. Ignore that chat for the weekend. How are you? And then another one, I'm taking care of myself and thinking of you while doing so. Missing the key. Hope you're well. I'm in LA, but not at a social place, although you still owe me a wig. I want a fresh Mistress wig. Hey, Puss, how is she? Well, darling sister, what a pleasure sharing some moments with you and getting to really get some help from you. Just wanted to thank you for saving me a couple of times. I'm no longer in Vegas and on my health journey with my transition. I really appreciate the moment you helped with money. I guess I'll buy a wig someday. Good luck with the finale filming. You got some good juju coming your way from here. I'll do a production spell for you oh, sorry, a protection spell for you once I'm at 100%. Take care of yourself. So you sit up here talking about what Mistress is pointing out. You're sitting up saying, I'm one of the worst people and all this other stuff, but you literally, in highlights, Mistress pointed out, just wanted to thank you for saving me a couple of times. I really appreciate the moment you helped with money. So you got short-term memory. I don't know what the issue is with Eureka. Girl, you need to get yourself together. But one of the things I will say this about Mistress, if we have our situations regarding Mistress. She may be messy. She may like to start mess among the girls. She may try, she may live for the drama and like to produce and all this other stuff for the sake of, I guess, grist for her mill. But one of the things about Mistress, she don't lie and she'll always have a receipt. And one of the things about Willam, I love me some Willam, but she did say that Willam admitted, she's like, yeah, I'm a cloud chaser. I mean, who is it? Like, you got to do what you got to do to stay relevant. Sidebar, I did see that video, I think, that was produced by Mr. of Willam invading Fire Island during the invasion of the Pines. That was a cute video and a lot of fine-ass trade up in there, too. So that's the latest on that. I'm sure there will be more stuff regarding this Mistress Isabel Brooks Willam drama that's going to keep escalating. Ladies, you stay on one end. Willam, you stay on your end. MIB, you stay on your end. Y'all continue to do what y'all do in y'all drag spaces, because we don't need y'all dragging each other by y'all wigs in real time or in real life. Keep it cute. Keep it moving. It's becoming too much. We don't need to get too crazy about it in these streets. We don't need this to be the Biggie Tupac equivalent of drag, or as some people say, the Kendrick and Drake version. That'd be the more updated one. So yeah, I want to hear from y'all. Whose side are you on in this mess? Are you Team MIB? I'm being messy. Whose side are you on in all of this mess? Whatever your thoughts are on this latest drama surrounding these drag race queens, let me know in the comments down below.